Hello and a heartfelt welcome to a brand new episode of Simply Electric, where we will be featuring a unique and truly special electric car. We've got the brand new Hyundai Inster for you. And Insta doesn't mean anything related to Instagram or anything like that, but rather a small car with a length of 3.83 meters, which has so many variants, how you can make use of it, which I truly believe you'll absolutely love. And when I tell you the price, you'll wonder why the Hyundai Inster hasn't been around much longer. Because I think by then, many more people will already find this Hyundai Inster as a purely electric version in their carport in front of their house or in their garage. I'd say let's not waste any time. We'll now show you all the details, all the strengths, all the weaknesses of the Hyundai Inster. And before we begin, please check if you're part of the Simple Electric community. If not, we would absolutely love your support through a subscription. I promise you we will meet again when we drive the Hyundai Inster. And now here we go. Let's go ahead and get started. And as usual, we'll begin from the outside, start from the front, and take a look at the front of the brand new Hyundai Inster. And I have to say, it definitely looks modern. It has a snappy appearance, and the exterior color is referred to as buttercream yellow. Buttercream yellow. It sounds quite fantastic, doesn't it?
Yes, it definitely makes you feel quite hungry.
And when you constantly think of such a small car, and later I tell you the award-winning price here, how is Hyundai able to make such a cool electric car at this price? Then you don't have to give up on anything at all. Because this car not only features beautiful daytime running lights here with halogen headlights behind them, but also right up here in this eye-catching pixel design that might remind you a bit of the Ioniq 5, the Ioniq 6, then also the respective turn signals. What I can already reveal to you is that they are muzzle loaders, more on that later. And you also included all the technology depending on the equipment variant. Then, with this radar zone, where the camera belonging to the complete 360 system is located. And we have a completely closed front because it is a purely electric car. If he needs ventilation, he can open these flaps accordingly. Yes? Let's move a little to the side. This isn't exactly what we'd call an SUV, right, Stefan?
No, at last not.
Well, it's somewhat higher, it's a compact car, and it looks a little bit jacked up. I believe it competes with the Dacia Spring Electric, yet it provides a noticeably more premium feel, which I can confidently state up front. He will influence the size of the Citroën EC3, but I think he'll surprise some of you with how intensively you can use it. Yes, we have it here starting on 2545 R17. It starts on 15-inch with a steel rim and visually adapted wheel covers, or also with 15-inch alloy wheels, or, like here, in the top version, of course, with classy 17-inch alloy wheels. I have to say, it's extremely well done, I would say. Square, practical, good, right? Good.
Sure seems so.
So it's not like a Kutschkugel, as we said with the Fiat 500.
Got it.
Exactly, we have a really nice, stable and massive roof rail here. We are dealing with a pre-series vehicle, so if everything isn't perfect yet, it's because of the pre-series status. And you see, it's stable and also of high quality, because when I tell you the price later, you'll again ask me how Hyundai manages this and why other manufacturers can't. And that will probably remain Hyundai's secret. What's really nice is the visual back here, then the opening here. At the C-pillar, we lack the second handle. I find that's nicely done, don't you? Yes, that's good, but naturally what's not missing again is, of course...
Yeah, colleague Shark.
Jundal, man. That would have been an opportunity to also showcase the tech on Insta, in the windows, the bodywork, and the side mirrors. To integrate... Yes, let's take a look at the rear section. Stefan steps back a bit more so you can fully appreciate it, because I believe with this car, you truly don't have to make any compromises. It looks premium, and for the price, which I'll tell you later, I find it amazingly good.
Certainly, it looks very stylish.
And these tail lights, crafted in this pixel-style design, I find incredibly chic and quite stylish. And Stefan is an avid Lego builder. I think, Stefan, you can actually attach a few Lego bricks here, right?
Yes, sure. Right. You've nailed the stops well.
Exactly. So we also have these pixel elements here, probably intended for the fog light and the reverse light. The indicator is probably integrated down here. I have to say it's really sleek and compact, and yes, I must say, I like it, don't you?
Absolutely.
Let's delve into the dimensions. Presently, we have a vehicle length of 3.83 meters. a vehicle width without side mirrors of 1.60 meters, and a vehicle height of 1.57 meters. For comparison, I am 1.85 meters tall. The wheelbase is 2.58 meters and you have two different battery variants. Once with a 42 kilowatt-hour battery and alternatively with a 49 kilowatt-hour battery. The 42 kilowatt-hour battery then has 98 horsepower, whereas the 49 kilowatt-hour battery even draws 115 horsepower from the electric motor located here at the front on the front axle. Yes, both have 147 Newton meters of torque. I know that won't knock anyone off their seat, but it's completely sufficient to power a vehicle of 3.83 meters appropriately. With the small battery, it hits 140, and with the big one, 150 kilometers per hour. Completely fine for use in such a vehicle, it accelerates in 10,6 Sekunden with the large battery and in 11,2 Sekunden with the small battery. So from that perspective, I think you'll be able to navigate traffic quite well. We'll show you that in another video in a few weeks with the first driving review of the Hyundai Inster. It's scheduled to hit the market in 2025. So if you're watching this video, you won't have to wait much longer. Yes, it's charged up front here as a nose loader similar to the Hyundai Kona, which is brilliant, then with 3-phase charging at up to 11 kilowatts. The small battery fully charges in 4 hours, the large one in about 4.5, and it can also DC fast charge at peak with 85 kilowatts. Which means it probably takes him a good half hour to go from 10 to 80%. I think that's also perfectly suitable for what you do with the car. That's probably a second car for many, but also for some who live in the city. Now the first car and what qualities it has, let's take a look at that now. Its primary quality can be discovered quite naturally beneath the hood at the front. And, you know, I'm always very critical and I wish for hood lifters. I would have wanted them on the Hyundai Inster as well, but it didn't have them. But when I reveal the price to you later, I think it's okay. Just like it's okay that it might not have insulation here yet. By the way, this is also a pre-production vehicle, so it might be that what we see. So it could change accordingly. There probably isn't enough available space here to even integrate a small frunk. I wish he had done it, at least for the Type 2 label, but he didn't. Then we'll just have to check the trunk to figure out where to place it accordingly, and what we definitely want to hear is how it sounds, right?
Could you please make some noise for us? 3, 2, 1.
Here's a full sentence for you. Aha, aha.
I don't think so. No, no.
For that price, it's fine, right?
I was just about to mention the small flap in the heap.
That means we want to take a look around the trunk with you. And here in the trunk, we first have a nice parcel shelf, I think. Not everyone has that feature. Then here again with a net where you can very nicely place your jacket or even your coat. That's just nicely clipped onto the back seats here, keeping it convenient. You can effortlessly remove the hat shelf here for convenience. After doing that, we've got about 280 liters of storage space available. There are unique adjustable pads, which I'll show you, to change the position of the rear seats. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, depending on the rear seat back position, which you can also adjust the tilt of, you can go from 280 liters to 351 liters. Yeah.
Very nice. That's truly nice.
And I would say if we take a VW ID.3 for comparison, which is in a completely different vehicle class and price range, then the Inster offers a lot of trunk space. Yes.
Not really much, right?
And thus, maximum flexibility. You can see it here quite well. We've got a large double load floor where you can fit quite a bit of stuff that goes deep down. That's why Hyundai basically came up with these things to ensure that nothing falls in here. That means you can theoretically move the seat to the maximum. I'll show you how far it goes back. And you have the option to push it all the way forward, just like I had positioned it. We'll go ahead and push it back now, because we'd like to fold down the rear seat with you as well. And that's truly possible on both sides, as you can clearly observe. And that's quite an impressive feature, don't you think so?
That's really great, yeah.
And if you just take a look at how much buffer volume you have here, I would soon think that's 1,400 liters, right?
Yes, it has definitely bloomed, indeed.
And this adjustable rear seat back, seat bench, which I believe is now an option, I don't think that's common in all models. I find it really awesome, right?
Yes, and there's still space ahead.
And when we do the seat test in the back later, you'll be surprised at how much space it offers when you drive your boys to soccer or the girls to handball. That's just absolutely brilliant. And you can fold down both seats, so both front seats accordingly. Stefan, that's impressive. Now that truly is an awesome story. It won't work out here though. Oops, the headrest blocks, but we'll remove it for you, of course.
Horn works too.
And the horn works too. And now please take a look. You could theoretically fit 2 slim people up to 1.90 meters inside, right?
Yeah, surely, right? Just a cheap shelf here, no clue. Going from A to B if you're only biking inside.
I think this concept is just absolutely, absolutely brilliant. And if I tell you that this concept is based on the Hyundai Casper, which I believe is driving around in Asia, Korea as a combustion engine, that means in principle we didn't even have a purely electric base as a foundation. And you can really see when you invest a lot of brain power up here, what you can achieve even in a 3.83 meter car. Let me expect what manually opens.
Closes manually as well.
That does make a lot of sense, probably. Yeah, that would surely have been the absolute ultimate highlight if it had an electric tailgate, wouldn't you agree? Roof load info is still missing. If you know, please kindly comment below. Otherwise, rest assured, we will update in the detailed driving report. And where I also wasn't paying attention is whether there might possibly be an option available for a tow hitch. Might be nice for a small trailer to occasionally take away garden waste or similar items. I understand you're always quite sensitive and genuinely appreciate such things. I'll make sure to update you later on whether or not it might actually be feasible. Outside, we've shown you everything. Let's go inside. We'll start by checking the windows. That's single glazing. But if I tell you the price, I think it's all right. As far as I know, there's no double glazing either. Optional. Yes, Stefan needs to hold back a little now because we have an array of high-quality plastics here. Yes? That means this is all hard. It's not soft either. This is also made from recycled plastic. You can see it a little here in the grain. We have a proper door handle, and here we have a small soft feature. That's a kind of plastic, but it feels good because you often bump it with your knee. They clearly considered it below as a plastic section for extra storage. Yeah, I know some of you might say, man, it would be nice if I could somehow fit my water bottle in there. Well, I might have an alternative because when I close the door and there's 1.60 meters of vehicle width, it's just a bit tighter inside here.
That might end up getting a bit tight.
Yes, and that is precisely why I would suggest we take a closer look at it from the inside. You are warmly welcome to the instrument panel of the Hyundai Inster. Here we have hard plastic material, but with a textured surface. It really looks quite chic. No head-up display available here. In this price range, you can certainly expect none. Still, we offer 10-inch displays for both the driver information and the infotainment system. BTW, the steering wheel feels very smooth from the synthetic leather. We also have driver monitoring. We additionally have, which is certainly not very common in this size and price range, an adjustable steering wheel mechanism, both in distance and in height. We have tactile buttons with rotary dials and rockers here, which you can use even when blind. And by blind, I mean when you can't see is wrong, but if you're driving and not looking, that's the idea. Achieve well after some acclimatization. We have the drive mode switch on the steering wheel. For switching between sport, snow, where it starts more sensitively. Eco and normal, can be distinguished. I think it even has a bit of punch, right?
I think so too, it's a small thing.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have even thought of including a snow button here at all. Yes, wiper lever right, indicator lever left with light control. Here below, the gear selector, similar to the Hyundai Ioniq 5 and 6. And then we have this nice ambient lighting. That's pretty cool, right?
Looks chic, yeah.
We have USB-A here, through which we can also control Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wired. We have a 12-volt socket that provides 180 watts, which allows us to use vehicle to load for both outside and inside. Cool story, right? Yeah.
It's all there.
And we also have a USB-C port as a charging option. Yes, on board we have the quick access buttons here. I find it awesome for map and navigation. Everything works smoothly, fast, radio, media setup. You see how quickly it switches. So there's a really decent processor behind it, and down here we have the climate control system to manage everything in auto mode as optimally as possible. You control it manually, I must say. Awesome, right?
Yeah, it's got everything you need.
Seat heating for driver and passenger in 2 levels is perfect, and I feel seat ventilation might be added sometime, right? Yeah, that would be awesome. Yes, we have the auto hold function for all those who really value it. And take a look at a 360-degree camera system in the Hyundai Inster. When I tell you the price later, you'll be like, how is that even possible, right?
Yes, we're definitely excited.
Including the 3D option, meaning Hyundai doesn't differentiate whether you're buying an Ioniq 5N for over 70,000 euros, perhaps fully electric, or an Insta. You're having a great time here and have all the available options. So I really must say, Hyundai, hats off and respect indeed. Right here we have a rather nice large compartment. Here I can give you a preview of the key. It looks nice too. Not sure if it'll remain as the series key. This feels like an inductive charging pad here. I really think it's quite cool as well. You can easily stash various things on both sides. Here's another compartment. And down here, Stefan, a 230-volt chocolate outlet. What do you think?
Chocolate power outlet.
Hi! So you can charge your laptop, or if camping here, as we showed, with all seats folded down, you'll have a Shuko socket. Yes.
Why not? Cool.
And now comes the real highlight. What do you say to that?
I'm smitten now.
Just a sunroof. And I really find it absolutely awesome. You have this buttercream yellow on the outside, so this wonderful buttercream yellow shade. And you have everything here in this yellow, also with a bit of the grain. That's a nice fabric. It feels like a recycled material. So I have to say, this mix of materials...
Yes, that fits.
Plus, there's an electric sunroof. So you don't have to miss out on luxury features, even with a smaller Hyundai car.
Yeah, it's cool.
The view through the passenger door shows that at 1 meter 85 and 99.9 kilograms, I'm comfortably seated with a center armrest and plenty of space.
So they don't look cramped.
The driver's seat possesses an adjustable height feature, which I really find quite fantastic. You have this open design here, so theoretically you could also place the lady's purse or the men's purse there. And look here, please, integrated into the seat, we have 2 cup holders here. Yeah, that's cool. Where the big bottle of water could fit too. And of course, you can also fold down the center armrest accordingly. What's a must, even on Instagram, is a glove compartment not lined with felt. Let's overlook the price. Decent floor mat inside too. Look how tasteful.
Yes, it all surely looks good.
I find this Peter pattern truly remarkable. What are your thoughts?
Indeed, I've been curious about why it seems so familiar to me.
Did I ever purchase a suit like that?
That kind of reminds me of Sherlock Holmes. He also wore that trench coat.
And what I can reveal to you is that Hyundai is even somehow creating a collection with a jacket and a headband. It's the newest trend in Asia now, and everyone seems to be sporting a Peter pattern. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, what can't be missing, of course, is the rattle check. Yes, and naturally he doesn't pass it, although there's a little something going on back here. However, it will rattle a little bit, but I have to say there's good side support here. These seats are definitely not designed as sports seats. I think it's fine. Nice long seat cushions, even for tall people like me. Sure, there could be more support here. We don't have shoulder pads, but a nice soft headrest. You've got absolutely everything you need right here, don't you agree? And when we get to the price, everyone will say, hey, how's that possible? Exactly right. Why not sooner, honestly?
Yes, that's the point.
Just once, friends, he totally convinced me, yeah. Now just hope there's room in the back for him, right?
Sure thing.
Let's do a seating test in the back, 6 feet 1, 210 pounds, and let's see if I can slide in here comfortably. And that fits very, very well. I can tell you, I'm sitting here fantastically.
Yeah, check the space you have.
So, and if we're being honest, with this adjustable option back here, where we can extend the trunk, but also correspondingly, if we don't have large luggage with us, see, there's over a fist of space here, so room-wise, to be honest, it's almost like an ID3. Absolutely.
That's indeed very excellent.
In a 3.83 meter segment then with the Insta, yes, what we don't have here is a center armrest. Unfortunately, we don't have that. I suppose you can't really expect that in this price range. It would probably be like the special highlight. There are Isofix child seat attachments on both rear sides for driver and passenger. I think it's cool. There's plenty of space here because the seat goes all the way back and down, Stefan. And just look at the space here. If I were to slide over, I could easily fit behind myself. And that in a Hyundai Inster. There's also another USB-C connection back here for power in the front area. The only thing missing here might be attributed to the price and the price range. A climate zone here for the rear would be nice, yes? It is likely there will be ventilation outlets in the footwell to ensure the rear section receives proper heating and cooling. But look, I've also got about a fist's worth of space at 1 meter 85 in height. Well, that's just an amazing story again. And I have to say, Hyundai, it feels like you're doing everything right with this car. And with that, let's get to the conclusion. Yes, interim conclusion, unfortunately we can't drive it today, the Hyundai Inster. I have to say, I'm genuinely speechless.
Absolutely, I wholeheartedly agree.
What you create here in terms of storage, seating options, and space arrangements in 3.83 meters of space. I actually believe it's possible for trips with 4 people, including 2 adults and 2 big kids. That's just huge, isn't it?
Absolutely. You don't have to give up on anything, I think.
And when you consider that the Hyundai Inster 2025 is expected to start for under 25,000 euros in a basic configuration with the small battery, then I think that's a new game changer, right?
Absolute bargain price, seriously, it's amazing.
This means what we obviously cannot assess are the ride comfort, how is the acceleration, how is the handling, how is the all-round visibility. Now, at first glance, it's excellent how it is in nature. We'll thoroughly explore this together with you, as I can quite easily imagine that it might not be too much longer before we're given the exciting opportunity to actually drive the Hyundai Inster ourselves. Yeah, I would say write me in the comments if this might be a game changer that could possibly be your entry into electromobility as well. Then under 25,000 euros or with top equipment gladly above that. You're really quite flexible there, and Hyundai definitely offers a lot of different choices as well. On Instagram, yes, I would be happy if you enjoyed the video if you give it a thumbs up. Please check again to see if you are part of the Simply Electric community. If not, we'd love your support with a subscription. We'll see you during the driving report. Thank you for watching, stay healthy, and see you soon. Yours, Ollie, you, Stefan. I must say it looks stylish from the front. Yes,
He's got it.
I'd have to say the only thing I might have wished for are those full LED headlights, you know, with high and low beams.
But perhaps eventually they'll have, I don't know, some design package or something like that to integrate it, you know?
But I think, for many, there's no excuse not to drive electric now, right?
So the price, well, we weren't impressed with the price here, right? Sorry.
Now just let a great leasing rate come up, right? God,
Just stop.